Look, it's memorable. You will not forget it. Growing up in southern Ontario, near the border, Toronto, I was born in Fort Erie, right across the border from Buffalo. You got, especially growing up, a lot of U.S. television. So you would see U.S. ads.
I was in Brampton, Ontario, right next to Toronto. We got all the same shit.
Okay. If I said to somebody growing up who's our age, hurt in a car.
William Mattar.
And then what's the phone number?
444-4444.
Right. I mean, so imagine that presence that as soon as you say the words hurt in a car, William Mattar, 444-4444. I mean, we could grab Bernier and do the same thing. Like, I mean,
Gary would definitely
the presence that had, and look, it grew him into a powerhouse. I think today they've got something like 6 offices or something crazy along that line.
Yeah.
But when he started, he was a guy doing auto injury law, and he created these commercials that just resonated. Now, Matt, you found one of the old ones, and we'll take a look at this old one. We'll talk about the improvement they made. We'll also talk about a mistake that somebody is making on trying to copy it.
Okay, here you go. Give me 1 sec.
Hurt in a car?
Call William Mattar.
Don't panic. You've been seriously injured, and you may feel that your life has been turned upside down. Even worse, you have medical bills, and there's no money coming in. I'm William Mattar. Call right now because we can help.
Get help right now.
Call 444-4444.
Let our focus be your advantage. Hurt in a car? Call William Mattar. 444-4444.
Now, I want to say this isn't a particularly good example, and I want to say that it's not, only because it's one of the regional ones, it's one of the earlier ones.
Oh yeah, it's going way back.
Right? But what I like about it is this is one of the early ones, and they did get better. Like anything else, you do it for a while, you do it consistently, you're going to get better at it. But they did. It's a standard. I mean, this was produced by the local cable company, right? So they went into the station. It was written by them. Like somebody, and I don't know if it was William's decision, if it was at the cable company, but they decided hurt in a car, call William Mattar, which is a really awesome earworm.
Well, yeah, because it's got rhythm to it. Hurt in a car, called William Mattar. And then and then they got better, because in that version, it's hurt in a car, called William Mattar, 444-4444.
Right.
Then they went, later ads are hurt in a car, called William Mattar, 444-4444. Right.
Yes.
Now the whole thing has got that rhythm and that rhyme to it.
The cadence.
Which makes it even more memorable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hurt in a car, called William Mattar, 444-4444, right?
But this example is, I mean, it's very activation. Call now. Blah, blah, blah. Like it's a lot of stuff that you and I, with our clients, we kind of fight against a lot, right?
Yes.
But they did such a good job with that earworm, and then the phone number, which is really easy to remember. It's not necessarily the easy to remember on its own. It's that whole thing which becomes very much set into the brain.
Yes.
Right?
And what I really admire, it would be very easy today to pivot that campaign and talk about the website. Now, they do put the website on the television ads that run today, but they're continuing to lean into the phone number.
Yes.
Because it's memorable. Look, it's memorable. You will not forget it.
That's right. Exactly.
Right?
Listen, 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Yes.
We can't take away from the fact that, yes, it happens to be their website and the company name, but 1-800-GOT-JUNK is memorable. And so you lean into it and you leave it there.
So this campaign turned this guy from like a one-man legal firm to 30 years later, they're like 6 offices. I don't know how many hundreds of lawyers.
Right.
Like, man,
Yes,
the guy
massive.
is a powerhouse. And if I was in Northern New York and you were doing personal auto injury, you'd have to compete against that.
Yeah.
Holy crap. The
That's
guy
right.
owns everybody's brain on his phone number the moment. Like, and this is the other crazy thing is, what I love is a lot of people run hurt in a car, but he tied it. Hurt in a car. Been hurt in a car, called William Mattar. Like, it's just, and then he's got a verb in there as well. So there's just lots of good things. But
Yeah.
But it's a really good version. But it's really interesting when people see something that works and they try to copy it, but they don't understand why it worked. So I wish I was able to get a picture of this billboard. I didn't see it again.
I'll look for it. We'll get it up.
Yeah. So I was down in Austin, driving down the road, and I saw a lawyer whose number is 444-4444. So somehow they've got it for Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But his whole thing is call the fours, and no rhyme or recall back to his name. So it was like, Dave Smith, call the fours. And I get what they were doing. They looked at William Mattar and said, oh, it's the number that works. It's the phone number that works. It's having a number that's all fours that works. No. Hurt in a car, call William Mattar. Call 555-5555. It's not that it's fours.
It's the earworm at the beginning.
It's the earworm at the beginning, and then having a number that ties that earworm. It's not
That's
that
right.
it's fours. It's the rhythm. Call William, hurt in a car, call William Mattar, call 222-2222.
Right.
I could totally make that work, right? This guy thought, oh, the success is have a phone number that is all fours and advertise that. Call the fours. I can't remember the guy's name. and here's the crazy thing is, the only reason why I know that there's a lawyer and it stood out has nothing to do with him, has to do with the fact
that you know this campaign.
I know this campaign. So it would work for people in Texas who are from northern New York, because they would, because all he's doing is going, oh yeah, that's what William Mattar did.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with you completely. And here's the thing. This isn't a one-off, right? You think about and again, I don't know if this happens to be like all kind of Great Lakes area thing, but think about Pizza, which is a massive pizza chain in Ontario, and now they've reached out from Ontario, but I know them from Ontario, and their slogan is 967-1111. If they did. I mean, we can say it, 967-1111, right? They wrapped it into a jingle. Actually, you know what? We got to bring Mick on. We got to talk about jingles with Mick.
Yes.
But if they did 967-1111, it doesn't hold the gravitas that 967-1111. You've got the cadence, you've got the rhyme, all of that works. But your lawyer in Texas went, hey, the fours.
Call the fours. Now there's something that they could have potentially done clever with that, but the point is,
but they didn't.
But the point is, they didn't actually understand, and this is the reason why a lot of times people look at an ad somewhere else, even in their industry, and they'll bring it and they'll use it and they'll go, it didn't work.
Right.
Why didn't it not work? It's because they didn't actually take the time to understand why it was successful.
That's it.
And that's what and look, this is why we're doing this. This is the reason why we're doing this, is we're tearing apart these ads so that you can understand what made them successful. So you don't just do a copy. You take the underlying idea of what made it successful and apply it to your advertising. But look,
Exactly.
William Mattar has become a very well-to-do man based off of those ads, and he has not varied for like 40 years.
Yeah, decades. We're talking decades with the same exact campaign. People are like, we got to change it up and keep it fresh. Okay, you can make it better. You don't have to keep making it fresh. You got to start well.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
When you brought it up, I know that I like to find things, but you brought this one up again. I think it's a couple in a row now. You've been flying at me, but this one here was I didn't think of it because again, when I knew it, it was very small. But look at the ad that we showed at the beginning, right? It's very poor production. It's really not what we would help produce for our clients, but
yes,
it worked magically. And so hats off to William Mattar.
But it goes to show you, if you've got a good creative idea and you lean into it, you can make it work.
There you go. All right. Well, I hope everybody liked this one. We're going to see you next time.